To start using Google Docs, first of all you must set up an account. Once you've got the account set up, it's easy enough system to navigate. You've got your area where you can create new documents, and when you start to create new documents it then populates this side of the screen. And as you can see, I've already got some documents created which I'm currently sharing with people. Very easy to create a document. Simply click on the create button. Gives you the option then of choosing a document which is just like a Word document, presentation document, spreadsheet, form, etc, etc. They're continually adding new features to this, so it's always worth keeping an eye on what pops up. What we're going to go into first of all though is a form. This might interest quite a few people. It can be used in various different ways. One of the ways I use it is for student voice. So very quickly I'll just show you how to create a simple student voice form. Very easy to use. Type in the boxes, enter the questions, the title, etc. that you want to set up. Because of the way that it's set up, you can duplicate your questions, so it'll save you some typing in. Question 1, for instance, I'm just going to simply edit it and choose the style of question that you would like. So if I was doing student voice, for instance, it might be worthwhile choosing who the student voice is going to come from first of all. So I might get them to fill in, choose from a list, and this is where you would put in year 7 students, year 8 students, etc. Obviously I'm reducing the amount of steps just to speed up the video. You can make it a required question as well, so therefore when you get your data you can analyse it a little bit better. So that's question number 1 set up. Again, you can go and edit. You can have different kinds of question options: paragraph, text, multiple choice, check boxes, choose from a list which I've just shown you, or scale on a grid. So if you ask them something like, how much do they enjoy your subject area? And with the labels you can give very good number 1, and not so much for number 5. Again, possible to make the questions required or not, depends what you're looking for really. Once you've finished that, nice and simple, you can save the form. You can change templates and various different things, which is very easy to do, but I'll skip that out because it's so straightforward. And I'm just going to close it down. You can see now when I refresh my Internet Explorer page, I've got a new student voice form. Okay, when you click on the student voice form, it doesn't take you to the form anymore, it takes you into the spreadsheet that would contain all of the data that you've gathered in. Obviously once you're starting off, that's not how you would want it to show you the results at the minute. So in order to get back into your form, it's just a matter of going to the form tab along the top and click on edit form. Again, that just brings you back to the point that you were before, and you can edit the questions how you like. And once you've set that up, you can email the form. You can choose from contacts that you might already have, or, which is probably more preferable for lots of people, you can embed the form. That means simply you can embed it onto something like a VLE or a blog or a web page. It's very easy to use. Just go to live form now. If you didn't want to embed it onto something, if you go to the live form, that's the URL that you can make a link. Again, you can send this link around lots of students via email. You can send it around to staff depending on what you're doing with it, and they would just fill in the form, click on the submit button, and that's pretty much it. And you put this in some kind of context. It might help if I show you a completed student voice form. Just shows you the kind of questions that you might want to think about, and also the kind of data that you'll actually receive. Again, as I've gone into the Student Voice forum, it's opened up in spreadsheet format. You can see there was 106 people filled this form in, so 106 students from Key Stage 4. And it took a matter of minutes for them to fill it in, so it gets quite a big response from the students. I'll go to the forum first of all, just so you can see what it looks like. You can see that I changed the template that I was using. Got some multiple choice questions, some scale questions, important questions, do they know their working at grade, their FFT grade, and so on. And also other questions which are related to what they enjoy in the teaching styles that they receive and what would they like to see more of. So again, once you've got the results gathered in, when you use a form, it does a little bit of data analysis for you automatically, which shows you the summary of your responses, and it just graphs, and puts in charts, pie charts and so on. Not always the appropriate chart for the data that you receive, but it gives you a quick summary and overall of how happy the students are. For instance, you can see it's quite positive results, so quite happy to share those. And it saves a lot of work really. Obviously then you can export the form into Excel if you're more happy with using Excel, but you still get some of the features in here where you can filter responses, etc, etc. That's basically a very short intro to Google Forms and how they might be used.